And I think everyone, first of all, does not need to feel bad about this. And this is another problem with women. We feel bad about everything. I feel guilty about everything all the time. Don't feel bad about the fact that you don't know right now, because we can change it instantly. And then you just move forward.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, your situation is so normal across the board. Life happens. You get really busy. You're taking care of the kids, and you can't help but turn to your partner and be like, I'm not sure what you're doing here, but do something. And you hand off the long-term investment stuff, just because it's the one thing you can hand off and not, again, feel guilty about, right? You want to make sure the kids are taken care of, and you have your job to worry about. So the problem is we hand it off, but we never take it back.
Mm-hmm.
And I always equate it to a female entrepreneur. If she had a business and she had a staff of people, she would delegate stuff out, and then she'd have like a meeting once a week and say, okay, what'd you learn? We need to start doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I've said that people should go on a money date. And again, it doesn't have to be like a long drawn out thing. I think it should be like over one glass of wine and an appetizer, and then move on and pick one thing. And this could be with your, you ruin the night. There'll be no fun at the end if you talk money the whole time. This could be with your spouse, your partner, your friend, your parent. Quite frankly, it could be with yourself. You can block time in your own calendar to say, 1 hour a week, I'm going to look at one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And just ask one question. And I think, you and I have been on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. They speak in tongues. They use abbreviations. And it's almost like they do it on purpose to make you feel like you don't know what you're talking about. And I kind of like sometimes feel like it's just not necessary.
Yeah.
So it's intimidating. And I think women think they need to know, like, where did the Dow close today? And why is the NASDAQ higher because of X, Y, and Z? And I don't think that has anything to do with it. Your personal finances are more about, do you know where your life insurance policy is? Do you know the account names and passwords to all your investments? Do you know all this stuff? Do you have money set aside for college? Those are the questions that you need to have answered. Who cares what, the NASDAQ closed at today?
Yeah. And you suggest not doing that all at once, because if you're doing estate planning or, you're, getting certain documents together, you need to know all that stuff, but that can also be overload. So That's something that we can do today, right? It's just ask what's a good place to start?
Life insurance. Do we have any? Mm-hmm. Do we have an investment account? Where does it stand? Mm-hmm. Pick one thing, because then I really do think that more women need to show up. And I don't need to point the finger at women, but it generally is women who don't show up when the partner goes to meet with the financial advisor. She doesn't want anything to do with it. And that has to change too. I insist both people are sitting in front of me. She has to come. I don't care if she doesn't listen. I don't care if she's looking at her phone the whole time. She has to be in the room, because by osmosis, she will learn something. And then eventually she'll start asking questions.